Great news from the World Health Organization. Polio has officially been eradicated in India. This is great. So now they join the Americas, the Western Pacific, and Europe to have gotten rid of it. But it still exists in war-torn areas and even bigger poverty-stricken areas and undereducated countries like Somalia, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Syria. And the UN is calling this a historic milestone because now 80% of the world has eradicated polio. Again, what a great thing that is. In fact, 50% of polio cases were in India 5 years ago. Half of the cases in the world were in India 5 years ago. Now it's gone. I mean, what an amazing accomplishment. And, you know, this got me thinking, and this relates to the segment that we just did before, that people need to realize, man, any type of Alex Jonesy conspiracy theory mindset about the medical community and about Western medicine, it's not true. It's not true. I mean, I hear you. I understand politics in the U.S. is 100% corrupt. You have the corporations and the rich that have just completely taken over the political system, and they've rigged the rules in their favor. And believe me, I'm on top of that just as much as anybody else is. You know, it's one of the pet causes of the show here. But you have to realize that lumping in this idea that there's this massive pharmaceutical company scam that's being run along with that other idea, they're just not the same. And it's not true. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. There's a tremendous amount of research that goes in at universities by academics that find out how to make this vaccine or make this strain or form of penicillin or how to come up with this type of new painkiller. And then, yes, the pharmaceutical companies take that and get rich off of it and, yes, you know, take it into the capitalist sector and price gouge. For sure. Nobody's denying that. But the idea that those medicines just don't work, that it's just this massive scam. No, the massive scam is mostly in places like the vitamin shop, you know, where none of that stuff is FDA evaluated. Don't get me wrong, some of it there's studies for. So like creatine works good for older people to give them more energy, and, you know, fish oil's got some good studies that back it up. But a lot of the stuff, man, a lot of the supplements that are supposed to do X, Y, or Z, they don't. They're not FDA evaluated. The few studies that have been done on them show that oftentimes it's just rice powder that are inside the capsules, but they pretend like it's vitamin this and vitamin that and this mineral and that mineral. Nonsense. They're robbing your money. There's no oversight of that marketplace. So the herbal area and the alternative medicine area, that's not actual medicine. That's not actual science. Like I said before, if alternative medicine had double-blind studies done to it and it was tested and there was research, you know what it would be called? Medicine. You wouldn't need to say alternative. It would just meet the bar of medicine. So keep in mind, final thing I'll say here, there was a study that was published not too long ago in the New England Journal of Medicine, and they found that vaccines have prevented more than 100 million cases of serious contagious diseases in the U.S. since 1924. 100 million cases of serious contagious diseases stopped in the U.S. because of vaccines since 1924. Essentially eradicated polio. You know, measles had been beat back until recently when a lot of anti-vaxxers in a lot of anti-vaxxer communities, it's, you know, made a resurgence now. Mumps, same thing. Look, use your head, man. Use your head. Look at the studies. Look at the science. Don't buy into the he said, she said, and the Alex Jonesy conspiracy stuff. Sure, some conspiracies are real, and I'm always on top of them. The Tuskegee experiments, for example, Operation Northwoods, the Bay of Pigs. I'm on top of it, dude. I'm on top of it. Trust me. I know. I'm not this guy who makes a blanket statement. All conspiracies are false. No, some have been proven, for sure. But don't be skeptical of vaccines. Or be skeptical, but then do your research and find out the reality, because here's the truth. They fucking work.